Gold sneezes and junior gold miners catch pneumonia. Some survive. Let's start with the basics. What are junior gold miners? Well, they're not producers. They're prospectors, explorers, developers, hoping the land they're sitting on as they poke it with a drill bit reveals a fortune. They operate in greenfield areas, that is, completely new, untouched land, sometimes very remote, or brownfields, digging out near old mines, old deposits. In theory, one of these juniors may become the next big gold strike. In reality, it's more like 1 in 1,000. Maybe 1 in 10,000 actually become a producer. Hi, I'm Nick, Denali Guide, and I've been doing gold mining analysis for a long time. But right now, junior miners are getting crushed. So what's the situation? Well, they have no gold, they have no revenue, they have no infrastructure, so they can't produce any gold. Management, unheralded, untested, maybe one experienced guy and a staff of 6, maybe not. Drill rigs, maybe they own one, probably not state of the art. More likely they rent them at insane rentals. Financing, would you finance them if you were there? No, it takes people who know what they're going to get back on their money to finance it, or they want half of the company. Where are the big names? Well, Rob McEwen of Campbell Red Lake. He's not investing anymore. Eric Sprott just retired, so he's probably not putting out any real investment. Pierre Lassonde does not invest in juniors. So let's be real. Most of these juniors are money pits. The saying is, and it's very operative in the junior section, they put more money into this ground than they can ever get out of it. And the junior miners, that's probably truer than ever. The miners exist to explore, to develop, and discover. But the odds are brutal. The challenges, they pile up pretty quick. Let's look at the obstacles these guys have to face before they can really prosper as a gold mine. There's a lack of capital for exploration. You need money to pay people to go out in the field. I know that. The insanely high cost of equipment. Most of their equipment is rental. They either have to give a piece of the action to another company or pay the price. Strict environmental regulations. You've all heard of environmental impact statements, and you know how much it costs to produce them. Whole lot of money. Water management requirements. When you're working with dirt and you're washing it, you require much water, sometimes an issue for conflict. How about skilled labor shortages? What are you going to pay a miner to come work for you? Most of the big guys pay big bucks. That's why they're hard to get a hold of. How about jurisdictions? Are you in a jurisdiction or are they in a jurisdiction that requires nationalization or high taxes? Something to be aware of. Complex geological studies. Costs a bunch of money to get geologists to sit down and write a report. And they tell you, this deposit is controlled by this sedimentary wall or this intrusion in something that's difficult. Rough terrain, unpredictable ground conditions. Mines collapse. Sometimes they're out in the tules where everything has to go in by air. Very difficult. And Kevin O'Leary would probably take a hard pass on this, and he's been right so far. So, are junior miners doomed? Not necessarily, but without deep pockets, big bucks, and a lucky strike, they're going to have a hard time. They're in for a long uphill climb. Always been so. Gold might glitter, but junior miners, they're bleeding just to get a glimmer. Thank you for watching today. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And if you want more information, links to my blog down below. Have a great day.